Who, what, when, where, and why? Those are the questions. Kokomo! Go channel mascot, go channel mascot, go. Who's Kokomo? Hello, truth seekers. Welcome in. I am your host, Vadi. Oh, okay. I am a spiritual life coach. Whoa. Slow down. You are safe. You are starting a new thing. Hello, truth seekers. Welcome in. I am your, I'm going to say judge. I'm still trying to figure out how I want this channel to start, begin, but we're going to get there. I am your judge. Dufonte. I am a spiritual life coach and multidisciplinary creative, and I'm here to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth with the help of God. You guys can see that you are trial and error-ing this with me. Got this set up. I'm feeling a little bit more grounded. I'm going to slow down. I'm actually going to bring it back up to my knees. Spirit said to not edit anything out, so I'm trying to work swiftly, but with the same ease and flow that's necessary for me to teach. Today's first case, we are going to be going through the...
Hi, we're Charity Water. If we lost you at Charity...
I think that was a sign to turn it down. Today's first case, we are going to be going through the Thief of Joy comparison. It's the first limiting belief that I began to recognize probably in grade school. Being in a space where you are unique and dynamic when the places around you are a little bit more timid and shy can make you stand out more. And that is my roundabout way of saying I was the only black girl in my graduating class. Not the only, but I'm pretty sure it was there was 5 of us, maybe, including mixed kids. And it definitely changed my perspective on the world, going from that experience, not knowing that it was really that weird and that wasn't very much diversity, to going off to college, running track at the collegiate level, and interacting with more black people in that time, my freshman year of college, than I had really in my entire life. That feels really embarrassing to know, but it's my story, you know? I'm sharing it and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm probably the black people that are going to watch this are going to be able to tell from my hair that I don't know what's happening. But I'm trying, I'm showing up. And one of the biggest parts of working through comparison that I've helped myself find is acknowledging that when I need to slow down and take a deep breath. But one of the biggest things I've noticed with comparison. So fucking annoying! 1 second. Alright, you guys get to see the progression of this video as every single time I get up and I do something, I start and stop. I'm hoping I can get through this without Arthur freaking out. Arthur, can you please? I'm trying my best, buddy. Can you please sit and lay down? He didn't do it, by the way. He did not do it. Yeah, so that's kind of the who introduced me to comparison. It was, oh, Arthur, please. Elementary school did. Being a black girl in a white space is what introduced me to comparison, and it stole my joy. I am showing up. Okay, Arthur's not my dog. It's my roommate's dog, and she's in the shower right now. and he's lonely. He probably has separation anxiety, and I just had to like figure out something with him and cover his crate and close the door. And I'm not used to dogs. We had a dog like 2 weeks when I was a kid. In doing that, like, riled up my nervous system so bad. So I'm gonna take a minute to take a step back. And allow spirit to pass through me. Who, what, when, where, why. We've gotten through the who. The people that I went to elementary school with and society as a whole has taught me to compare myself to others. Who, what? What is comparison? Comparison to me is taking the standard of someone else's life and applying it to how you interact with your own in a negative way. I guess you can do it in a positive way, but the connotation of comparison is pretty negative, so we're going to emphasize the negativity part, because sometimes you can compare things and want to learn how to get to that space rather than it being something that's an internalized criticism. Who, what, when, where? Why do we compare? Why do we compare ourselves to others? Because it's easier to compare yourself to someone than it is to acknowledge the brokenness within yourself. But when you start to realize that everyone, everything, every moment really is a mirror, you start to understand where you can help yourself. And once you start doing that shadow work and going into the parts of yourself that like you don't like within other people as a reflection of something that you can start developing, a skill that you can start developing, it shifts it from when people criticizing you to be like, oh my god, I get a chance to be a better person. Woohoo! Oh my god, woo! And without that like quality, without the ability to empathize with others, really is what that is in this economy, society, regime that we are living in right now. It's very, very important that you have a set of your own identity and the ability to be better. Let's pull some cards. First, we're going to go in with the Angel Guide Oracle. We're just going to do one card. I normally actually start with these, but I was nervous. And so everything happens for a reason, so I'm just going to take that spirit, had it done that way for a reason. Opening up to receive information. You saw how many times I shuffled that before and nothing happened, right? Honesty and communication, power and intention. That, my friends, is how you can work on comparison. In the moment that you find yourself consciously, maybe subconsciously, but consciously is probably a little bit easier to acknowledge, consciously comparing yourself to someone, find a way to be honest and communicate with yourself, or if you're dealing with that other person. Because for me, like, my best friend Serena is so beautiful, and I sometimes find myself comparing myself to her as a dark-skinned black girl, and she's a light-skinned black girl. I'm just like, oh, everyone's going to think she's prettier, and I get in that storyline, and I start treating her in spaces of resentment sometimes, subconsciously, because of that ingrained belief that she's better than me. What? That's fake. I'm fake. But I know that I do it, and I tell her that I do it. And she's like, I do the same thing with you. I feel like whenever we go out, people always hit on you. And I'm like, no, they always hit on you. So being honest and communicating, and power and intention. Being honest and communicating with the intention of being a better person and not making the other person feel bad about themselves. That's all. But I will also read these cards. I'm also going to check the SD card. Amazing job. I'm really impressed with myself right now because this would have made me so nervous before, but we're running through it. We're just talking, we're chatting. We're with the girls. We're in court. Order in the court. Power and attention. This is probably, honesty and communication. Boom, 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 boom. If you are in a challenging position and find it difficult communicating what is in your heart, call in angels and ask them to support you. They want you to know when you speak with honesty, you attract experiences and lovingly reflect who you really are. Extended message. This one feels important. If you feel a person or a situation is making you lose a sense of yourself or drawing you away from joy, it's time to speak up and make sure that you are being heard. You are being guided to begin by lovingly connecting with your own heart to home in one. Slow down. With your own heart to home in on and honor what you want for yourself in your life. Take time to reflect on what is important to you, where you want to direct your energy, and what your priorities are for the next phase of your journey. It may be that you are fighting against the flow and not wanting to admit to yourself that something is holding you back or dampening your spirit, but angels love you and want you to know that honesty is the best policy for you now. Beautiful, really beautiful. And let's read power and intention. Alphabetical order. Alright, I'm going to read this one in the British accent because I want to. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. L, M, N, O, P. Booyah. Power and intention. When you align your intentions with the highest good and act with love and consideration, your power is intensified. When you draw this card, your angels are drawing close to remind you of this. You have the capacity to be a leader and a guide at this time, and you are being encouraged to align with the heart. Often when power arises within, we can find our ego gets louder, and this is because it wants us to be limited and to question or even stifle our own growth. Don't let it hold you back now. Call in your angels and invite them to help you listen closely to the voice of your soul so that you can move forward powerfully and effectively in a loving way. Extended message. Angels are encouraging you to reconnect with your initial ideas and intentions for whatever you are thinking about this time, or even if for your entire life. Often we have an initial intention and then over time our ideas change. The universe is still responding to our initial intentions though, because we have let them go. When we let go, we let God. So, if you are confused about how to move forward at this time, you need to recognize that you are a powerful being with influence and potential. Have a clear conversation with God and your angels about your intentions and recognize that what is unfolding at this time has the power to allow you to live your life from a space of pure potentiality. Potentiality. Okay, let's do one animal card, and then I think I'm going to close this out. Yeah. Limiting beliefs. The belief brief. Ooh, yeah. This series is going to be called the belief brief. And we're just going to pick an emotion, pick a thought form, and we're going to read about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to address it. And then when the episode's over, we let some of that energy go. We let some of that negativity go. Opening up to receive information. Ooh. Horse. Ha ha ha. Freedom. Freedom, freedom, rendezvous. Freedom over you. I break chains all by myself. I don't know nothing else. You know, got a freedom on the I'm trying to take. Yeah. Ooh, freedom, freedom, rendezvous. Freedom over you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I need some water. That was gonna be pitchy, but hey, at least I was having fun with it. Horse. Freedom. I love that. Let's see. Horsey, horsey, horsey. Are you in alphabetical order? I don't think so. Whoever made this oracle deck, this is the Divine Animals Oracle deck. Stacy DeMarco, what's the order of this, my love? Can someone let me know in the comments? Someone let me know in the comments. And I'm also being called to read owl. So we're going to start with owl. And then we're going to get to a horse. Freedom. Owl. Wisdom. Open your eyes and see what is really there. Look for the whole truth. Ooh, and nothing but the truth with the help of God, as you may only be seeing a part of the whole. Through experience, we can gain the wisdom to not make the same mistakes again and 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 again. Develop your learning and intelligence, as education is never wasted. Negotiation is better than attack. Whoa! Negotiation is better than attack. Period. I like that. One more time. Negotiation is better than attack. How can we come on an agreement? Comparison? Hate comparison. It doesn't feel like you're serving me anymore. Can we come to an agreement that I'm going to acknowledge you and just let you go instead of letting you interrupt my plans? Thanks, comparison. Appreciate you. Kisses, babe. Kisses, babe. Horsies. Horsies. Seahorse, no. Meerkat, no. Sea otter, no. Goat, no. Swan, no. Lioness, no. What in the frackin' frickaloo? What in the what did my track coach used to say? I don't give a bull diddly bunk bahoo what you think. What? If he watched this video, oh my god, he'd probably send me to a loony bin. Missy Bean. Where is horse? If horse is like the last one, I might cry. Or did I pass it? No, jackal. Okay, I gotta sit down the right way for this because I'm uncomfortable. Oh yeah, that's better. I must have passed it. Jaguar. Interesting. I guess it doesn't want me to read horse. I'm not doing that another time. Okay, pull some tarot cards. Just give me one card to read the energy and then I'm done, Spirit. Ooh. Oh, I don't need that anymore. I want to sit on something. Give me a second. Matches my outfit. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. How are you guys doing? How am I doing so far? Good? Are you resonating? If you're resonating, please hit a like and, oh, Ace of Cups. A like and subscribe. I have 164 subscribers. I want to get to 500 by the end of the month. Why not? I have something to say and I want to share it with you. Spirit has something to say. I want to share it with me. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, Princess of Wands, and we're going to get one more card. And the Prince of Dis. Dis. Oh, and I'm also going to take gain. Yeah. This just got into like a little bit of love. You are going to be meeting your divine counterpart soon. Another one. There, you have more. I'm not gonna fully speak on this topic because I don't really feel I have the best understanding. But from my understanding, there's a difference between a twin flame, a soulmate, and a divine counterpart. And we all talk about like twin flame love. Twin flame, normally you have a really traumatic story with them, to be honest with you. And you still love them, and you hope it works out, but it just normally doesn't work out when you try to come back together. Your soulmate is someone who you end things, cool. You end things with a soulmate, but the storyline's just done. Sometimes there's ill feelings, sometimes there's no ill feelings, but you don't ever desire to have them back. You're just like, that person played a part in my life, and then you're done. And divine counterparts are normally your enemies. But not really enemies, it's the person that mirrors you, that mirrors your faults, really. We also have Princess of Cups here. Give me one more card to like encompass all of the energy, please. Pull from the top. Death in reverse. Yeah. So when I get the death card, I really think more about ego, and I don't really know how I read it. I'm not reading it the traditional tarot way. I'm just reading it based off the energy and the storyline of the storyline. I lost it. Oh. Spirit said you lost it because you don't need to explain yourself to everybody. Cheers. lastly, abundance. Yeah, so whoever's still here, all I want to say is that this next chapter of your life, you're going to be going through, it's going to feel, let me fix my wig. It's going to feel a little bit bumpy, and you're going to have some moments of contrast, but on the other side of it is abundance. And it's good. So pretty much you're gonna have some conflicts, but if you handle the conflict as godly as possible, you're gonna be here in a good place. And we have gain, which is a 9, and we have abundance, which is a 3. So it sounds like there's gonna be good things coming in 3 for you. Yeah, if you handle this next situation, next moment of contrast with love and the Emperor, and I did say divine counterpart, so it sounds like I'm talking to a divine feminine, woo, child, call the energy back. Looks like I'm talking to a divine feminine. So, divine feminines, I mean, if you handle this next season as the woman God created you to, woo, child, the pot is gonna be gold. It's gonna be gold. Alright, that's about all. What did the judges say when court's over? Bye.